the other big new drama that you alluded to, the BBC One one, which oddly was on Saturday night after Wedding Day Winners and Casualty.
I have absolutely no idea why it was, but this is
I
what
thought
they
you were going to say I have no idea what Wedding Day Winners was.
Well, no, I don't, because I didn't watch it. But then again, they did this with Taboo, and Taboo ended up being one of the most downloaded programmes on BBC last year. So,
well, this as well. I'm talking about Hard Sun before I forget to tell you what the name of the title is, because that's happened before. Is all available on iPlayer, I believe.
Oh, is it? Oh no, I didn't realise that. Okay,
it's an eight-parter. I'm just going to check now because I don't know.
No, you keep talking. I'll look it up.
Okay, it's well, you can tell straight away. It's created by Neil Cross, who gave us Luther, the sort of the style of it and the themes. Stars Jim Sturgis.
Yes.
And this sort of playing this cop who's in a sort of interesting, a strange situation. In this case, he's a bit haunted by the death of his partner, which he might have had something to do with. He's certainly having an affair with the wife of his former partner, in terms of his partner, his police partner, not his partner. He's having an affair with the wife played by Aisling Bea, the Irish comedian trying to do a Cockney accent and failing.
Another performance that came up and I went, what, really, her?
She was in The Fall, but there she got to be Irish because it was an Irish show. So, and also we see him early on involved in like a robbery or something.
Yes, that's part of an investigation he was doing, wasn't it?
Yeah, into like underground gang, and he was robbing the their accountant or something like that.
That's it. Yeah.
He is teamed up with Agnes Dean's character. Elaine Renko, Agnes Dean throughout this, to me, seems to be cosplaying as Vicky McClure in Line of Duty. I don't know if you agree with that.
Or David Bowie during his Thin White Duke phase.
Yeah, but he was never sort of undercover cop, was he?
No, true, yeah,
David
good point.
Bowie. That we know of. We see her, first of all, in a scene where she's basically, her son is trying to light her on fire.
We don't know it's her son till later. At the minute, at the time,
you
just think it's a robber, but
or you think it's like
her son.
We know she's a policewoman. This could be like a criminal, trying to trap her in a burning house. And we learn later when she goes to visit him in a secure unit that it is her son. She is teamed up with Jim Sturgis' character Charlie Hicks. Which is a very fictional name. You don't know anyone called Charlie Hicks.
No. Not even on EastEnders, where you've got a lot of other Wicks. Is there a Charlie Hicks?
Yes. Okay. And she's basically investigating the death of his partner by teaming up with him. He's got some suspicions that this is the case. Goes to her hotel room and doesn't find anything, but her secret investigation boards are all in the ceiling. For some reason. Of course.
As you would.
And they investigate in this first episode the death of this hacker character who sort of infiltrates NASA and other sort of.
Well, they think he's just like a paedophile, don't they? At first, they think he's into either child pornography or something like that. But then they find out that he's a.
Yeah. What I was going to say is the character is more of a sort of loner hacker type who hacks into high security organisations. Yes. Basically, MI5 get wind of this file that he's got. It gets extracted by a friend of his who basically throws him out of a window, and it ends up on a flash drive. It goes around. It ends up getting in the hands of Hicks and Renko, who discover that the file is Hard Sun, which basically says that we've got 5 years left before the sun packs up. We don't get a lot of the Hard Sun storyline, as it's looming in the background over this case. At the end, the MI5 get into Charlie's house and presumably have kidnapped his wife and daughter. The woman off of Luther, Nikki Amuka Bird, who's playing an MI5 official, wants him to give the flash drive back, but Elaine is holding on to it and won't let it go, and they have this weird fight on a beach.
I need that flash drive. They threatened my family, Elaine. my wife and my daughter.
So you give them what they ask for and suddenly your family's safe?
Yeah.
That's not how this plays out, you know that.
I can make it work.
No, you can't.
You don't know me.
You can't game these people.
You're not listening to me, all right? They threatened my daughter and my wife. I mean, Christ, she's pregnant.
If you do what they want, we're dead. So is your wife and so is your daughter. You'd know that if you were thinking straight.
That'll be on your boy next. Or Daniel, is it? I mean, how old were you when you had him? What, 13? 14? What was it, incest? Rape? Okay, rape.
You are not listening. They're gonna keep this secret no matter what.
Why does he hate you so much?
So all we can do is stop it being a secret. Go public. Take it somewhere, a newspaper or something.
How many times did he stab you? Christ. What does it take for a boy to do that to his own
Once
mother?
that's happened, their hands are tied. I mean, they can prosecute us if they want. They can send us to prison. But they cannot kill us to keep a secret that isn't secret anymore.
Give it to me, honey. Look, this is my family. And I need them to be safe.
No.
Let me, in a kind of Dragon's Den way, let me tell you where I am. I liked this. Do you like that? I liked this.
Sorry, Peter Jones. Carry
Thank
on.
you, yes. I liked this, but I don't really know why. There's a mishmash. I think, yeah, there's definitely the Luther influence. The violence is strong.
Yes.
And as I say, sometimes unexplained, which is one of the
And it's
features of
bonkers.
Luther.
Bonkers
And it's bonkers.
violence.
Yeah,
Neil
which is
Croft
one of the
likes
features
his-
of Luther. I think
Yeah.
I think in the early series we forget. Later series kind of moved away from the early series. There was random violence, and I liked it.
Well, they didn't.
Second-
In one of the later series, they tried to hang someone
Well,
alive.
yeah, but I
didn't
think
they?
I think it was one of the it was one of the surprise features of the early series. I suppose we got used to it in the later series. I suppose. I really like the kind of pre-apocalyptic feel. So this is set. It does feel a little bit set futuristic, but isn't. And it has a kind of almost like a... I mean, she's very androgynous, the main lead, and very kind of almost robotic in her delivery. And I imagine that's got to do with the trauma that she went through and the fact that she's playing an undercover cop. As you say, there's the Vicky McClure link. But she's very robotic in her ways, you know. And apart from the fight scene, you didn't really see much of an emotion from her. But I also think there's a touch of the Nordic noir in there as well. You know, there's a kind of bleakness of London that they're portraying. And I know that's something that this writer did before. I mean, London was portrayed in a very kind of weird way in Luther. So I do like it, and I do want to watch more. So I'm glad it's on the iPlayer. So I'll definitely watch episode 2 before we record next week.